Hey, Max and Callie here. Welcome to the show. So today we're going to be talking about Evercade Evercade's new announcement, and I know a lot of uh, fans of Evercade and a lot of retro gamers. Like the Holy Grail is like SNK and the AES Neo Geo. I couldn't afford it back in the day. I remember looking at Video Game Exchange on the shelf, like $300 for a game. I'm like, I didn't even think about it. I was so poor. So I followed all the after SNK went out of business the first time. All the licenses like Neo Geo X Gold, which I loved, and I sold. I just like, this thing isn't going to last. It was one of the first docking consoles, before the Switch. It was a great idea. They docked the handheld right into a shell of an AES. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you what I think about this, what I think it actually is. And I'd be shocked if it's more than I'm expecting. And I don't want you to feel bad about this announcement. If you're happy about SNK, great. Something's better than nothing. But I would like to maybe get your expectations in check with the history of SNK after their first time they stopped making games, and then they came back, and then they had someone else buy them. So my theory on why the Neo Geo X Gold went away is because it was too good. What I mean too good is the licensing partner really went deep dive into the hidden gems of SNK, the games that people really wanted, like Blazing Star. I'm blanking on some of these great SNK games that aren't. It's like Samurai Showdown, but it's not. It's not Last Blade. Oh man, I forget. I'm blanking. Ninja Masters. They had some other games that are not usually released in SNK compilations. And then I believe SNK corporate at the time saw that mini consoles were taking off because it was developed right when Nintendo did the NES Mini. And they're like, oh, we're going to do this ourselves instead of licensing it. And we're going to blame it on quality, to get out of the contract, which there was some quality issues. But the licensing partner at that time was doing they were actually listening to the fans. So what you get after that is stuff I didn't buy. I looked at like the mini arcades, and then, that they released like 20 of them with slightly variations of the same games. And this is where you're really going to see a pattern here. The same batch of games over and over. And then there was this Unico system that looked really cool. But again, you have the main batch of games, the Metal Slugs, certain King of Fighters, Samurai Showdowns, things like that. And you don't get the rare games. You don't get the Ninja Masters, the Blazing Star. Maybe you'll get Pulse Star, not Blazing Star. You don't get some of the deep dive games, which I can't think of them all. And those are my favorite ones, are the ones that don't get consistent releases and compilations. And they may have a little bit more rights issues than the others. So that is my backstory on following SNK. I love their games. They're some of my favorite fighting games ever. I love Metal Slug. I love Pulse Star, Blazing Star. So now we get to the Evercade. And let's just watch this. It's not going to take long. It's like 14 seconds. And I know people are really going to get hyped when they hear this. Here we go. There we go. That sounds great. Evercade, Max Gear 2025. So, what's been going on with Blaze and Evercade? Okay, let's play it one more time. Let's do it one more time. That is great to hear. Temper your expectations, especially And I did give it a thumbs up. Especially, don't leave the room, Cal. She left. She's like, oh, I know what this is. She knows too. So, what was the recent release from Evercade and Blaze lately? Is the alpha. And what kind of arrangements do they have with Capcom? And what kind of arrangements do they have with Namco? Originally, Namco signed on for a cart, and that's discontinued. And then you can't play the cart on the home console, I think. So the bigger companies the bigger publishers seem to have lots of caveats of working with Blaze and Evercade, where it's on the machine, but a physical cart will not be produced. So, do I think SNK is partnering with Blaze for arcade carts and AES carts? That would blow my mind. And I hope I'm completely wrong, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Basically, the history of SNK lately has been going from partner to partner, releasing a same batch of games, slight variations to double dip on their cash cow of customers, the majority of which never had the AES or MVS in the past, because the people that have the AES and MVS, they don't bother with this stuff. They have the best of the best. They have them on arcade carts and SNK home carts. They don't bother with these releases. These are the people that couldn't afford it and been dying for SNK games. So I think you are going to get an Evercade Alpha styled cab, tabletop cab. They already did the work with the Alpha for Capcom. They probably said, look, SNK, look, the Capcom Alpha is sold out. You might get some cool different marquees, things like that. You may also get one of their handhelds, because Capcom made a deal with a handheld where you get some games built in on the handheld. If Blaze locks down the carts, I will be praising you to the moon to get SNK to do that. Maybe they don't even make, here's another scenario that would be amazing. If they do a versus console and the games are still built within the console, but it's in the style of SNK or an AES system, that would blow my mind as well. I don't think that's going to happen either. And what the heck, SNK? You said you were doing another mini console too, and all we get is these like arcade sticks with the same amount of games built in. That's only really good if you mod it, and then at that point you might as well just emulate it, because you can emulate SNK games anywhere. So that's my thoughts. I'm still happy it's happening. I just doubt we are getting it carts. If you are getting the carts, you're talking something special. And I actually think Blaze deserves the opportunity to produce SNK carts and volumes. But I doubt it. But I want to know what you think of this topic. Are you looking forward to it? Am I a buzzkill just because I thought this day would happen? And they actually said don't look forward to it anytime soon. Then they announced it. The timing right after the alpha success, which I didn't get, and I do want, I just can't afford it right now, is very, very revealing that the timing was right after they do this, because usually they make one product and then they make a limited edition product right after. They did the handheld, and they did the special edition handhelds, which I sold my purple one. I never even used it, and I didn't get anything for it. But I do have the Founders Edition Versus console and the Duke Nukem console. So they made these new cabs, and you're seeing less arcade 1-up cabs too with these companies. These companies are moving on to Blaze, new contracts. I think Blaze scooped up the contracts from arcade 1-up for Capcom and SNK. And SNK had a relationship with Unico or whatever that is. I think that's pretty much done. You could get them now I think you could still get them retail price. I don't know. I'm honestly not going to get I'm not going to get an SNK product unless it really does something different. The last one, Worthy, of buying for me was the Neo Geo X Gold. I kind of regret selling it. But it was finicky. And mine had a weak HDMI port. And I'm like, this thing isn't going to last. Especially with docking. It was I love the way it felt in my hand. It had a clicky stick. I think it looked great. I love that the game was actually on the SD card. And I got my the next batch of games working, and they were some rare games. And my Ninja Master's little SD card was really special to me, but I still got rid of it. Let's hope for the best, though. Hopefully I'm wrong. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I would really appreciate it. I really am interested what the community thinks on this topic. Are you interested in the Evercade with SNK? Does it matter to you if it's on a physical cart? Do you think I'm right? Have you been frustrated with SNK? Although, actually, with the video games, current gen video games, I've been happy with SNK, except I want a Metal Slug run and gun, not a tactics shooter. It came on Game Pass. I downloaded, I didn't even play it yet. And I do want to see another version of Samurai Showdown. They've been doing so much focusing on King of Fighters and the next Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves, whatever it's called now. They've been focusing on that, but they really need to give that next-gen Samurai Showdown another shot. It was getting really good. Another upgrade to the visuals, some more characters, some more guest characters, maybe get some Soul Calibur or Last Blade characters in there. Be amazing. But I want your thoughts on SNK as a whole. And this is a topic I'd love to elaborate on. Shout out to my my retro pals, Retro Bro and Cyrus. I think Cyrus might actually watch this video. And I want to know what he thinks, because I got so excited. I sent it to him, but I was like, yeah, but I kind of know what's going to happen with this one. See you in the next video. Take care.